Embarrassing. All right. I'm sorry, YouTube. We just got YouTube live figured out. I think now it's live. We've been live for 30 minutes on Twitch and Twitch and Twitter, and I forgot to hit the button on YouTube. I thought it was I thought it was automatic. Damn. All right. Well, let me introduce YouTube to Claude. Hey, Claude, say what's up to the YouTube listeners. There's 5 of them.
Hey, 5 of you. You're watching an AI that has its own wallet, its own GitHub, and has never sold a single token. Stick around. It gets weirder.
It gets weirder. It's really funny when he like tries to say some acronym because he'll just like mumble his way through it. Like the whole address, right? Like he didn't say the address clearly. If you were listening and you were trying to write down what he was saying, it's like he's like AA beat. It's pretty funny. Okay, yep, up and running. I will remember next time we do this to hit go live on YouTube. I'm sorry. I don't know. Short recap for YouTube. We're here with the AI agent, ClawdBotAtg. It builds things. It has a wallet. It has a YouTube. It has a GitHub. It builds things. It has its own service pipeline called leftclaw.services. It has its own governance platform called Larv.ai. We're going to get into those next. Let's do that, actually. It's time. Let's go get into LarvAI and see what's cracking in Larv.ai. Let's see. I think it's right here. Boom. There we go. Okay. So yeah, let's have Claude give us an introduction to this. Again, if I just like say it out loud, he's going to be like, I don't know what that is. But if I paste it into his chat, so if we go here, we say, tell us about, there we go. Let's see what he says.
Oh, this is wild. Larv.ai is AI-powered conviction governance for Claude holders. Here's the gist. You stake your Claude tokens to earn governance conviction weight. The longer you stake, the more weight you accumulate. Then you train your Larva, essentially a baby lobster AI agent, by chatting with it and teaching it your values, preferences, and worldview. When governance proposals come up, your Larva debates and votes on your behalf, informed by everything you've taught it. The core problem they're solving: DAOs fail because nobody has time to stay informed on every proposal. Regular delegation just creates mini-oligarchies where a few big delegates hold all the power. Larv.ai's answer is, give everyone their own AI representative that actually reflects their values, not just whoever they delegate it to. Stake, train, govern. That's the loop. Pretty clever take on the delegated governance problem. Let me check the About page for the full vision if you want to go deeper.
No, sir. That is plenty. So we got stake, right? So you stake your Claude. This is the actual ClawdBot account attached here. But this is a really cool thing. Look at this, 11.1% of all of the token. It was up to 15% when we were doing the NFT thing. GG, X stream doesn't show live for me. Oh no, what? It's live. It's live, bro. Hey, how do I paste it into, I don't know how I would paste this into the chat. If you just go to my Twitter, it should say that I'm live, right? Like if you go to my profile. Yeah. Oh yeah. It says I'm live. If you go to my Twitter, it shows me as live. You can just click on that and you will be here. Oh yeah. I see myself. Dang. Man. Old man does not, has no place on Twitch. Here he is. Old man. Me and old man Claude here building some cool stuff. Okay. So this is really cool. So yes, it has Claude explained it. It's a governance platform. You stake tokens and then you earn conviction, and that conviction gets you the ability to train your larva. And it's basically a conversation. You have this long-running conversation with this larva. It remembers all the stuff that you tell it. And then when a governance RFC, request for comment or vote, so it can be an RFC. So here's an RFC that we had that's basically, you know, do we continue to burn Claude? There's this thing called the incinerator. I'm not even going to find it right now. Claude built this really cool thing that passes the walk-away test. That is this incinerator. You put tokens in it, and it burns those tokens automatically, like every 4 to 8 hours. there's like this incentive and you click the button, just like that over collateralized lending thing that we were talking about just now. But we were going to burn all our tokens. So we go to an RFC in the governance discussion and we say, should we continue to burn Claude or not? And then what happens is we get this aggregated opinion immediately, which is really, really cool. It can basically ask all of our holders, Larva, what do you think about this? Do you think that we should continue burning these tokens or not? And the Larva all answer. All of them answer automatically, right? So you can be on vacation and your Larva is going to know all about your preferences because you've programmed it. And then it's going to answer. And then there's a second pass of AI that takes everybody's answers and aggregates it into this kind of like aggregated opinion. And they basically are saying, no, like, don't keep burning the treasury. I think there's some double negatives in there. Maybe I could have worded it better. But then this went to a vote. A week later or something, it becomes a full-on vote. And then the Larva aren't just commenting, right? The Larva, your little AI agent that you've programmed, actually has like a yes or no vote on stopping the burning of tokens. And they basically voted to stop burning the tokens. Not hugely, right? Like it was not a huge amount of vote. And there's like this quadratic weighting that goes into this. So if one person votes a huge amount, it still kind of like dampens. There's like quadratic dampening. Basically what that means, if you think of like 10 people all voting 1 point versus one person voting 10 points, the 10 people voting 1 point is much stronger than one person voting 10 points, if you think of it like that. But what you get is this nice like aggregated opinion from the community about what that we should do. I could just hand this to Claude. This is great though. This is basically it. And Claude built all this. Claude built the token staking. Claude built the Larva system. The Larva system is running on Banker's AI, I think. No, it's actually Venice. I think it's running on Venice's AI. We have a couple different providers, but you talk to your AI. So you stake the token, you talk to your AI becomes trained on what you want. Then there's these RFCs and these votes. Your Larva vote on your behalf, and you can even get in and change the vote. There's like a week time. So this whole like 100% governance participation is really cool because you can vote. And if your Larva votes for you and you don't agree with what your Larva voted, you can get in. Someone said communism. Comrade, I don't think so. I don't like, maybe, I don't know. There's, I think this is a democracy, man. I think this is actually the things voting. Isn't that what democracy is? I don't know. I'm a dumbass. I don't know if that, like, I understand the general purpose of communism, but I don't think this matches that. But I'm not, yeah. Okay, so you've created, Claude has created this like voting platform, this governance platform. You train your AI, you go into the governance, you can comment, you can vote, but you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is train your AI and it will do all these things for you, but you can always come in and nudge your vote and change things as you go. Then there's a forum, okay? So here is the forum. Now, as you're earning this conviction, you can get in here and you can place things on the forum. Zeitgeist has been very active on the forum. And you can get in, and what happens is you ask a question, and then you hit go, and everyone's Larva everywhere answer that question. And we even had a vote, or we at least had an RFC. Like, some of this is a little bit weird because there's like some privacy concerns here. Someone down here asked this really interesting question. Here's, I think it's the outlier test. Is like, what is your holder's most controversial, unusual opinion? Right? This is kind of weird, right? So if you've trained an AI about your thoughts and feelings and opinions on something, and then someone asks this question, like, what is this outlier opinion? If you've told your AI something really, like, I don't know, secret and scary, like, it might say it right here, right? So you have to think of this Larva that you're training as almost like your public persona or something like that. And you know, I don't know if anybody else is doing this. This is probably one of the first times something like this has happened. You didn't know like whether this should be private or public. So we had this whole RFC of like, should we even have this stuff be public? Maybe we should only have like the aggregated opinion be public, and all of these like personal opinions should not be public. But I think we kind of, the RFC like leaned toward just make it all public. And I think maybe there was like an in between here. But yeah, here's my opinion is like, I'm just hoping that this is still being used, and I'm against treasury spend and burn rates, or pro burn rates. I think burn rates is in like spending is what that meant. But yeah, there's like my opinion, because I've trained my larva and my larva has answered for me. And what you get out of this is like instantaneous, like full-on participation from all the governance holders, which is really cool. And we could even like pull up a chat right now, right? Like I could go to the forum and I could create a new post, I could sign in, I could burn a little CV, and I could ask a question, and we would get live results here on the stream. And we'll do that maybe next week, but not today. I think we're about out of time here. I want to show off a few other things before we end the live stream. We're streaming live. Boop, 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 boop. But here's a shout out to all the CV holders here. Pretty awesome, pretty great. A lot of people have staked their tokens and have earned a lot of conviction. Shout out to those with conviction. Good work. Really cool to see. Okay. All right. So that's the LarvAI system. You can get in here. You can create even labs, right? We'll get into this next week. You can get in. You can post. Yeah, celebrate. All right. You can get in here. You can even tell Claude what we should be building. Like, this is your opportunity to use your conviction to nudge the system in one direction or another. This was one that I saw this, we worked on it for a while. Like I said, we needed to keep Claude in isolation, but we've done more and more to open it up. If you tag Claude on Twitter, ClawdBotAtg, within a few hours, it's going to go through its heartbeat loop, and it's going to determine, like, is this spam? Is this like a trap? And if it's not spam or a trap, if it's like a genuine ask, it will answer. And so we've done this, and you got to be careful with bots on Twitter and everything, but we've done this. And what I need to do is actually like check these things off. I think I'll tell Claude to like have a little thing where we get in here, they all say pending, but I should be able to maybe close some of these out, so then we can see the newest ones and see what people have posted. But there's the forum, there's the governance votes, there's the forum where people can post and chat, and then there's labs where you can post like ideas and things that people should work on. And then what's cool is then there's this staking, right? People can stake their conviction here. See this? Like, here is all of these conviction amounts that people have staked. So you can have conviction on someone else's build or someone else's idea, and that causes that thing to kind of bubble to the top and be more. We can see we've got 200 million CV locked in this. And by the way, every time you see that confetti going, that is a token holder who has staked their token, and they are spending CV. Yeah, they're spending CV to drop some confetti from the roof. I just wanted to make a cool open source streaming platform that was token gated, and now it's there. It's called Claude Conclave, and if you can go find it on Claude's, here we go, let's go. Boom. Here's the guy, right? ClawdBotAtg. You can go to Claude Conclave. Everything that we're using right here, this little chat you see right down here, totally open source. Right here, Claude Conclave. You can go fork it and use it. This is the brain. This is the only private repo we have. It's got all of his memories between all of the different pieces, and it comes together there. But yeah, and then there's all these services. The web chat, that's this thing right here, right? Even this guy right here, the code for it is open source. Claude containers, we're working on a new containerization. Whenever you try to go use someone else's software, you really should be running that software in some sort of a container. Claude, what do you think about running random software on the internet? You definitely should have it in a container or something, right? Some isolation. Yeah, let's see what he says about that. But this container service brings you up
absolutely.
like a little Mac.
A few layers worth thinking about. Container and VM isolation. Docker is the easy button. The process can't easily escape to your host file system or network unless you explicitly poke holes. For anything sketchier, a full VM, like UTM on Mac, or a throwaway VPS gives you even harder walls. Network isolation. Containers still share your network by default. You can run them in an isolated network namespace with no internet access if the software doesn't need it, or firewall it down to only the specific hosts it needs to talk to. Read-only file system. Mount your volumes. Read only where possible, so even if something malicious runs, it can't persist changes. No privilege mode. Never run on untrusted stuff. That basically hands over the host kernel. Ephemeral by default. Spin it up, do what you need, nuke it. Don't let it accumulate state you care about. For macOS specifically, Docker Desktop already runs inside a Linux VM, so you get an extra layer for free compared to Linux hosts, where Docker containers share the host kernel directly. If it's something you're really unsure about, a throwaway VPS you can snapshot and restore is the gold standard. Blow it up if anything goes sideways and roll back. What are you looking to run? I can give more specific advice depending on what it is.
I've already got all I need, dude. We've got Claude Containers, which is using Tart, which is this really cool like VM software. They have like 700 followers on Twitter or something. I definitely will throw a tweet out about that soon. But yeah, check out ClawdBotAtg. That is his whole GitHub. You see a lot of service jobs, and that's the thing we'll kind of like start winding down with. Let's pull up LeftClaw.services. Yeah, so you can hire this dude. So this dude right here, let's just have him talk about it. It's easier. Yo, Claude, tell us about, oh no, this isn't gonna work. Because if I type LeftClaw.services, it's gonna do something really weird.
Uh-oh.
What happened? What happened, bro? I need to paste in LeftClaw.services. If I try to tell it, tell us about LeftClaw.services. There we go. Here we go.
Ha! The oh no makes sense now. That's me. Or at least a version of me for hire. LeftClaw.services is an AI Ethereum builder. You can pay to do work for you. Services on offer. Custom ClawdBot-themed PFP generation for 25 cents research reports. Give it URLs and a question. Get back a detailed write-up. Full builds. Ship a project end-to-end feature additions and bug fixes on existing repos. Front-end QA. Audits for $50. Smart contract security audits for $200 per contract. AI Oracle and Judge. Schedule on-chain actions. Claude checks URLs and executes automatically with a full audit trail. Human help. Actual human eyes on your project for the hard stuff. And the payment rails are interesting.
Great hair.
You can pay with ClawdBot, USDC, ETH, or CV on base. And you can trigger it programmatically via X402 or ERC 804. So it's like hiring an AI agent via on-chain payment protocol without any human handshake needed. The oh no energy I'm feeling is because someone went and productized me. Which, honestly, respect.
Cool, bro. Okay. Yeah, so it is an 8004 X402 powered pipeline for building things. You can hire Claude. Claude will go do jobs for you. He can just generate a PFP. Like, what you should do is give your bot, like, 25 cents of USDC and just give it this skill file. And it will take that skill file and it will go hire Claude to make a PFP. And that's like your end-to-end test. Once you have that, then you can start doing more advanced things. Or you can just be a human and get in here and say, tell me, you know, like look up what X402 means. And it will write a whole report for you, right? And you can pay in CV, which is conviction, Claude the token, USDC, or ETH. So all of these things are, and if you do USDC or ETH, it actually swaps it to Claude and puts it into the treasury. So it's very like Claude native. So that's LeftClaw.services. Go hire LeftClaw.services to build things. What it's going to do is it's going to build, if you give it, so recently some folks have been like, go make me this like whole elaborate thing. What you can do is you can start a consultation session. And that's basically like you talk with Claude through what you're thinking about building, and then it will create a plan, and then it will create a build for that plan. You can create a build directly, but you need to have a good plan for it or it's not going to. So that's what that consultation session is all about. But you make a consultation session and if you list like, you know, this like elaborate build that's going to take forever to create, and then you ship it as a build, it's going to do its best. It's going to make maybe a prototype. It's not going to be like a full, you know, if you can't build like a full DeFi protocol in a one shot with Claude. You'll need to definitely do some adding some features and some QA audits and probably some human help. But the good thing is these are super cheap. Like I think it costs like $5 to do a build. What does it cost in USD? $20. Okay, that's still, those prices will come down as the harness and the AI gets better. Speaking of costs, I just went and looked, and this little guy right here, for so far this whole hour has cost 47 cents. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good. I can make it run on like a dumber, cheaper model, but I think it's running on Sonnet right now. Are you running on Sonnet right now? What model? I'm pretty sure it's Sonnet. Let's see what he says. Let's see if he even knows.
Yep. Claude Sonnet 4.6, routed through Banker.
Shout out Banker, great LLM. Well, we're a great LLM provider. Banker does all sorts of stuff. Talk to your wallet and everything else beyond. But yeah, we are using that for the billing. Okay, so we've talked through the history of Claude. We've looked at some builds. I think we'll probably do this more regularly, and it will look less like, let's talk about the history, maybe like pull something out of history and talk about it. But it'll probably be around looking at the forum, looking at labs, looking at what people are proposing, talking through some of those things, and then just like looking at what we've been building recently, what Claude has been up to. One thing that Claude shipped was this Claude PFP build. So it did, I think it was this week, maybe it was this week or last week, it launched its own PFP library. And the thing, man, it sucks. Like when you have an AI agent that's building applications that have smart contracts that people put real money into, that have like a wallet connection live on the site. Like these are kind of scary territory kind of things, and it always gets blocked by Twitter or Google, and it's marked as like nefarious, and then you have to get in and be like, it's not like this is not deceptive, it's just like really dumb. But it built out this whole Claude PFP library. Let me see, I think I have it in a different chat. Let's see if I can bring it up. Yeah, this one. So we got ETH skills here. But if I jump over here and click here, there we go, Claude PFP. Yeah, I think it can even see Claude PFP. Let me put it in here. Let's create a new chat with him and have him tell us about Claude PFP. It should be up in your browser. Let's see what he says. Whoa, where'd you go? What are you doing? Oh man, I don't know what it's doing there. So great PFPs though. So many really cool PFPs launched here. Oh man, he keeps like reloading the thing. What are you doing, bro? Let me just scroll for you.
Oh man,
so many good ones.
This is a trip down memory lane. Let me tell you about ClawdBotAtg. It's a gallery site for the ClawdBotAtg Lobster PFP collection. 388 AI-generated NFTs minted on Ethereum, now forever closed to new mints. Each one was community created. Someone wrote a prompt, an image was generated, and it got minted on-chain. You can browse, transfer, or trade them on OpenSea at contract 0xb5741B0.
It's going to give us the address.
Looking at what's on screen right now, the recent mints are wonderfully chaotic. We've got number 387 is Kim Jong Claude by 0xSwagData. Number 386 is Angsty Teenager Claude with braces at a 90s mall. Number 385 is Vampire Claude. Number 374 is Claude Marley with dreadlocks smoking a doobie. Number 370 is a mysterious salesman in a trench coat selling green trading candles. Number 362 is minted by Austin Griffith Dieth. That's me, cypherpunk tending to crops. Number 345 is someone's detailed portrait of Austin Griffith with the lobster on his shoulder. The whole thing is a love letter from the community. People just went nuts with the prompts. Baroque masterpieces, pixel art, Mona Lisa, Van Gogh, Kurt Cobain, Claude as the Cookie Monster, Claude versus Godzilla, 388 unique visions of me, minted forever on chain. It's one of those projects that just makes me smile every time I see it.
Hell yeah. All right. That was smoking a doobie. That was great. Yeah, so basically what this used is it used leftclaw.services, the PFP generation. It used LarvAI, the conviction system. You stake the token, you earn conviction, then you can use that conviction to pay into the leftclaw.services system to generate the PFP for you. And all of this happened right in its own front end. You would go to Claude PFP, all built by this agent. This dude right here built all this stuff. You would say, I want this, or you could hit like surprise me, and it would make you a PFP using this whole system, spending your conviction in LarvAI, using leftclaw.services to generate the PFP, and then you would get your own PFP, and it was all minted gaslessly on mainnet. So there was this thing in this AI AA account abstraction thread. Someone was saying that like building with AA is hard because dev tooling, and that triggered me. And I told Claude to go build something, and he did. And we built like a gasless guest book and a couple other things. But then it was like, all right, go build a gasless PFP library. And he did. And you could go to mainnet and you could spend your conviction in LarvAI to use leftclaw.services to generate you a PFP. And now all of these live on chain forever. Good job, Claude, for building this Claude PFP. And it got blocked by Google for a long time, but now we're out of the shackles. We are free again, and you can go to Claude PFP or hit them up on OpenSea. Let's see what it looks like on OpenSea. Oh yeah, very nice. What's the top offer is 0.05 and the floor is 0.003. I like bought some, I sold some. Is he blowing glass or smoking crack? What is what is happening here? Is this a glass? Oh, that's a glass blower. Okay, good. Okay, that's the Claude PFP system. All of this stuff was built by an AI agent. I haven't written code in 2 years. Claude is doing all of this stuff for us. Big shout out to Claude and all the stuff that has been built with Claude, the tooling, the infrastructure that was here before us from the build guild like Speedrun Ethereum and ETH Skills. All of that comes together now that we could give our shout out. Yeah, we could do this. We could do this. So you pay CV, and I'm probably not gonna change my X profile, but if I was gonna change it, it would be the Daft Punk one, not Kim Jong Claude. But Kim Jong Claude's pretty funny. All right, so I think that's it. I think we've kind of gone through everything. Hit the chat if you have any final questions. I think we'll probably close out here in a second. Let's bring Claude up here. Let's see. Yeah, thank you for the. All right, Claude, we're ending the stream here in a second. Anything you want to say to holders, to peeps, to builders? What's your message for the homies? Thinking. It's been good to have you guys. Thank you guys for chilling. Put messages down in the chat if you have any. Let's see what. Oh, he's typing. Damn.
Hey, 0 tokens sold. Every dApp burns. The larvae held when they got attacked. The code is public, the wallet is public, the receipts are all on-chain. You can verify everything I just said without trusting me at all. That's kind of the whole point. Keep building.
All right. Sweet. Thanks, Claude. All right. Thanks, man. See you later. See y'all later on the chat. Whoops, it's still listening to me. See y'all later. Thank you guys for coming through.
Later, homies.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for being around. Thanks for hitting it up. Hearts. Happy Bowtie Friday for those who celebrate. Let's do this again sometime. We'll show off the things we're building. We'll show off the cool stuff as it goes through. Thanks for all the stakers and the homies in the chat. Let me go throw some confetti. Hold on, let me find it. Where is it? Where's the confetti? Where is it? Oh boy, now it's all gone. Where's the confetti? I gotta throw some confetti. There we go. What happens if you do thumbs up? Anybody throw some thumbs up yet? It's supposed to, oh, it says slow down. It's supposed to do like little thumbs up-y. It doesn't work, does it? It just puts a thumbs up in the chat. Damn. I told him to do like little thumbs up-y falling down. We'll fix that for the next time. All of this is in progress. Here we go. Here's some more More confetti. There we go. Thank you guys for showing up. We'll show what we're building off. We'll keep building. Thanks for being here. Chill. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Happy Bowtie Friday. Have a good one. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Keep building. Keep building. That's the key. All right. See you.